Ah, they all said it. Every one of them. You're the best. Not shouted, not obvious. Delivered like a blade. In a crowded room. Breathed through corridors. Where smiles hide sharp edges. Pinned inside notes that disappeared before you could read them. And you didn't argue. You let it sit. Loose. Unclaimed. Because praise that comes easy is never simple. Here's what they don't tell you. Applause is surveillance. The same mouths that crowned you were already plotting how to unravel it. Closed doors, low laughter, eyes flicking just long enough to calculate. Your sources, smiling, nodding, laughing, not at your failures, not at your mistakes, but at the inevitability, at the moment when admiration morphs into envy. Do you feel it? That shift in the air when the room notices your weight? That's not respect. That's evaluation. That's influence revealing itself before anyone can claim it. While they said, "You're the best," they were timing you, measuring patience, watching pressure, waiting for the first crack. They wanted proof that you were temporary, that you would bend, that you would fold, but it didn't break you. The admiration spoiled, the envy leaked, the truth slipped through the cracks, not by accident, not by mistake, by design. Because praise was never the reward, it was the filter, the mirror, the trap. And now the mirror splits, the laughter grows too loud. So ask yourself, when the room laughs, is it because you're finished? Or because they finally realize what they cannot stop? Stay close, because what happens next isn't collapse, it's selection, and not everyone makes it out smiling. They said it all, every compliment, every nod, every pat on the back, but they meant nothing. Every well done was a measurement, every smile was a question, every handshake was an unseen scale. You walked through halls that looked empty but weren't, shadowed offices, closed doors, envelopes left unopened, on desks no one approached, and behind each wall, someone was watching. Not your results, not your effort, your reaction. Did you swell with pride? Did you falter under expectation? Did you bend to fit their invisible lines? They called it flattery. You could call it a trap. This is how the game works. Secret clubs with no invitations, invisible rankings no one explains, tests designed for loyalty or for the ones who refuse it. Every compliment becomes a gauge. Every praise becomes a mirror. A mirror you didn't even know existed, reflecting how easily you could be contained and you passed without realizing it, without applause to mark it, without confirmation. Because the room doesn't reward effort, it observes, it measures, it waits, and in the quiet, behind every polite nod, behind every congratulatory glance, the scales balance themselves. You were applauded while being quietly measured, and if you think that's the end, remember, the trap isn't in failure. The trap is in thinking the applause means anything at all. You trusted them, every word, every nod, every source that promised guidance. The ones you leaned on, laughing at your ascent. Not behind your back, not in whispers you could catch, but in the subtle shift of angles, the flicker of monitors you never noticed, the misaligned data quietly stacking against you. Every chart, every report, every friendly advice was a thread pulled in a design you weren't invited to see. They built chaos around you while pretending to hand you a ladder. Praise wasn't praise, approval wasn't approval. It was a weapon, disguised as celebration. Do you feel it? The dissonance creeping in, when people you relied on become architects of your uncertainty. Cameras in the mind you didn't know existed. Shadows of past conversations, morphing into traps. Tiny inconsistencies that stretch into fractures you didn't know could happen. Every compliment, every encouragement was a test, a setup, a signal, and irony. Oh, the irony. They smiled while plotting. They nodded while calculating. They told you, trust me. while rewriting the rules around your every move. The applause that once lifted you has teeth now. It gnaws quietly, it measures, it waits. The room appears familiar, safe, friendly, but every surface hides a question. Are you standing on solid ground or floating above thin ice? They only pretend, isn't there? And when the smiles vanish, who notices first? The one falling, the one watching, or the one who set it all in motion and will never be seen again? The lines are shifting, the sources are shifting, and the chaos is already in motion. Every nod, every grin, every good job was a setup. You didn't see them, the eyes lurking in reflections, distorted windows bending light to catch your every movement, anonymous faces in hallways that vanish when you turn. Every corner has a witness, every hallway a jury, every meeting a silent board, judging not what you do, but how you respond under the weight of being watched. It's a graduation without ceremony, no applause, no confetti, just invisible scores, marking every choice you make. You thought isolation was punishment, alone, excluded, ignored. But the truth is darker. Alone becomes a weapon, exclusion becomes leverage, ignored becomes invincible. Every unseen observer adds to the pressure, but also to the advantage. Every smirk you didn't notice, every eye that tracked you, built the stage for the storm only you could create. Chaos is no longer accidental. It becomes predictable, manipulable. Your strength grows in the cracks they didn't see. And yet, they are still waiting, still plotting, still ready to laugh. The moment you falter, the audience isn't laughing yet. But they will, because every move you make is a signal, every reaction a key. And they don't realize that the silence you've endured has already turned into control. You are no longer simply observed. You are observed for effect, and every unseen hand pulling at the strings is setting up the moment where influence becomes chaos and chaos becomes leverage. The first chuckle is coming, and it won't be for them. They told you you're the best. Every word, every nod, every backhanded compliment, and now they're testing it. Laughter slips in quietly at first, a stifled chuckle behind a door, a soft snicker echoing down a hall, almost invisible, almost ignorable. But it grows, spreads, flickers through the cracks like light through broken glass. The mirrors aren't reflecting admiration anymore. They're reflecting envy, doubt, scrutiny. Shattered glass on the floor catches the flickering lights, fractured images of you, stretching, bending, splitting into pieces you didn't recognize. Footsteps echo where none should be. Empty chairs creak with silent accusation. Every shadow seems heavier, watching, waiting. Praise has become pressure. Admiration has become a weapon. Every smile is a challenge. Every nod a hidden demand. Do you feel it? The weight of expectation shifting into tension. The same voices that crowned you are now measuring how long you can hold it together. And here's the truth they never speak. Influence provokes envy. Power provokes scrutiny. Attention provokes chaos. And you watch, unshaken. Your reflection splits across the shards. You see yourself multiplied, whole in every fragment. They scramble to find cracks. They search for weakness. They wait for the first tremor. But there isn't one. The mirror may be fractured, but you are intact. And while they laugh, while they measure, while they hope you stumble, you remain the constant. The cracks don't define you. The mirrors don't control you. And the chaos they hoped for is already bending to your rhythm. You are the storm behind the glass, and they don't even know it yet. Your name is everywhere, in conversations, in notes passed along corridors, in the minds of people who once doubted you. But nobody owns it anymore. Not them. Not the ones who handed you applause like a leash. Not the sources who smiled while plotting. High-level corridors hum with tension. Secret meetings behind closed doors. Silence thick with calculation. Every handshake, every glance, a silent betrayal in motion. Influence has a life of its own now. It moves through rooms you don't enter. It whispers in voices you'll never hear. It bends reality around you without lifting a finger. The ones who laughed, the ones who sneered, they see it now. The untouchable emerges from the shadows of their expectations. Angels and monsters ming. Lebur, the obedient puppets, realize the strings are gone. Day, no one guides the tide, but Bar. It moves on its own. Every step you take, Bar, sets a new rhythm, Bar. Every glance you offer, Bar, shapes the atmosphere, Br, and they feel it. Power is quiet. It doesn't need confirmation, Bar. It doesn't need applause, Bar. It simply exists. And the laughter, Bar the envy, Bar the admiration that once pinned you in place, Bar it dissolves. Bar the room bends, Bar the whispers begin. Not for praise, Br, not for gossip, Br, but in fear. Adar. Now, they whisper behind your back. Be every hidden observer, every calculated smile, be every nod that once measured your patience, be all bend to your presence now. You're no longer the watched. Br, you're the pivot. Br, the axis on which the chaos spins. And while they think they control it, while they hope for slips and stumbles, the strings are gone. And you, you watch. Unshaken, Bar, unmoved, Bar, unstoppable, Br, laughter. It spreads slowly at first, Br a ripple, Br a tremor, Br almost imperceptible, Br every smirk, every chuckle, Bar, every sideways glance, Bar is proof your influence landed, mockery, Br not insult, Br acknowledgement. Recognition without permission, Br shadows twist around you, Br reflections warp in glassy corridors, Br hierarchy bends, the toppling of faces Br once untouchable, now blinking in uncertainty. Br they believed they controlled it. They believed their power was absolute. Br every nod, every applause, Br every casual agreement, Br was a leash in disguise. But the leash snapped. Br silence became leverage. Br observation became strategy. Br and laugh. Tear, their laughter, became the signal. They were no longer in control. Do you feel it? The subtle panic behind the smiles. The tiny hesitation in once confident steps. That's fear. Fear disguised as amusement. Admiration inverted into apprehension. Even the angels and monsters, once standing guard over the rules, now watch in disarray. Puppets realize the strings are gone. Boards that judged in shadows see the table flipped. And the most beautiful part, those who laughed first, the ones who mocked you openly, the ones who celebrated your surface success, are the ones who falter first. Every smirk you remember is now a shadow of your victory. Every chuckle a beat in the rhythm you set. The room bends to your influence. Every hidden force, every secret observer, every calculated smile. And you remain a constant. The storm that no one predicted, the hand that moves chaos without effort. And those who laughed first fall last, because they never understood the game. They were already losing. They called you the best, and now they follow, not openly, not willingly, but every step you take leaves invisible footprints. They can't ignore. The laughter, the envy, the applause, all dissolve into a new order, a silent graduation ceremony, where the ones who doubted you are standing in line to learn the rules they never thought existed. Blueprints you never shared are etched into the air, invisible maps of influence that others trace blindly. While you watch, the chaos you survived has become your architecture. Every upheaval, every snicker, every trap built the foundation for the calm dominance you now hold. And still, the next move is forming, Already, quietly, in the spaces they can't see, in the shadows you've mastered. Do you feel it? The tension lingering, like smoke after a fire. It's not danger, it's control. The world adjusting to your presence without knowing who pulled the strings. They mimic what you do. They echo what you built, but they can't replicate the mind behind the method. They are actors on a stage you've already rewritten, and so the cycle continues. Praise, laughter, chaos, all feeding the invisible hierarchy you now command. And while they try to catch up, while they stumble through reflections of your influence, the truth is clear. You are the constant, the architect, the storm they never predicted, and the world will keep laughing at its own reflection.